John Regan. So we would do a lot of concerts on Z93 pre-COVID, and actually way before that too. Probably around 2014, 2012, 2013, 2014. Candlebox came through, and Robin Zander came through, and a whole bunch of different classic rock acts that they were playing the chants. They would come out, and I'd see this guy, tall guy, long black hair, attending these events. And I'm like, who's this guy? And at one point, Chuck Benford, who was running iHeart at the time, long-time PDH market president, now he's over at K104 running things, he introduced me to John. And he said, this is John Regan. He played for Peter Frampton, Fraley's Comet, and he just started to go through some of the things that John did, and we got to know each other. Well, fast forward, like right after 2014, I get a note from Chuck to meet him in his office because he wants to talk to me about something. So we get there, and I get there, I should say, and there's Chuck, and across from Chuck is John. And they go, John has a real passion for Sinatra and Dean Martin and all those big band songs, the crooners and all that stuff, and he wants to do a show. I said, okay, sounds good. Would you be able to help John? And John has a friend named Vincenzo Lombardi, and Vincenzo, former canine cop, so not at all involved in the music or radio industry, collected songs. A lot of them in Italian. Like they would do versions here in the United States in the 60s, and they would cut Italian versions like Nat King Cole, the Four Tops, and all that for Italy, for that market. And I'm like, so he has this massive clip besides Frank Sinatra and all these other Italian artists, and Louis Prima and all that. And I said, great. So I met John and Vincenzo, and then we scheduled a day to be together in the studio. So I walk in the studio, I get John seated, I get Vincenzo seated. I said, all right guys, let me know if you need anything. And John goes, whoa, 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 whoa. We don't know what the hell we're doing. And I go, okay. He's like, you gotta help us here. And I said, all right, sure, I'll get you guys going. And we did the show, it was a 2-hour show in real time, which took like 4 hours before the time we were done. And we got it done. And they named the show Cafe Italian. And it ran on WKIP, our AM station. Well, little did I know, I got drafted into this job with Vincenzo and John Regan. So we did the show for 3 years, from 2014 to 2017. And we got together every Thursday during that time, like 11 o'clock, for a recording session. And it was some of the best times of my life. Like, I didn't realize what a labor of love it was and how much I fell in love with John and Vinny and just the magic of doing the show. We had all kinds of outtakes that you wouldn't believe. As you know John well, he likes to make jokes and puns and all that stuff. In Italian, he said during the Halloween show, I love hanging out with you two fungools. And that one made it on the air, believe it or not. It really did. We left that one in there, you know? And during the St. Patrick's Day show, he'd go, ha 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 ha, we're fighting for peace. We talk about the Irish army fight, we're fighting for peace. And he would do all these different voices and stuff and tell stories and paint the picture, the pizzelle maker, the cappuccino, the cafe, and John's love for Italy so much that he went back there and got his citizenship. So he had dual citizenship here in the United States and of course in Italy. His name Regan was an Americanized version of the name of many Italians when they came over here. They changed their names to fit in with American society, so he really is obviously of Italian heritage. So it was amazing, and I consider myself like a late bloomer in John's life. Many of you folks here have known him forever as the rocker that he is and all this stuff he's done for the community. I got here about 18 years ago. Again, got to know John about 10 years ago, so I was very late in knowing him and being part of his life and my life. And it's not hard to fall in love with the guy, and so we'd always hug each other, the Italian kiss. I love you, Chris. I said, I love you, John. And it was just beautiful. And like all of us, when we got that news last year, April, on Good Friday of 2023. Yeah, so you look back with 2020 vision, and I realized that, in my opinion, God gave me this opportunity to pause my week, my crazy week doing my radio job on Q92 and with iHeart and all that stuff, to spend that hour with John and Diddy. Couple third, as my hair has gotten gray since that time, it used to be black when I started. Old guys hanging out, sharing stories, and John would tell those stories on air, on the the recording, and off when we were just sitting in the studio. And again, any one of us would had loved that opportunity and would have appreciated it. I really learned to appreciate it more and more as I was doing it, and of course since John passed, and I reflected and I dug up a lot of those old shows. One of the big shows that Janesse loved that we aired was the Cafe Italia Christmas show. That was always special, all the different Christmas songs by Sinatra and Dino and all that stuff. So that's my story. Like I said, I was blessed to know John and in that capacity, and it's always going to be a special thing for us. And Vincenzo and I, on August 3rd, hopefully the weather cooperates, we'll be back at Messier Park doing, in the afternoon, not an evening thing, in the afternoon again, we'll remind everybody, we'll put it out on the iHeart stations and the broadcast. August 3rd, we'll do a special Cafe Italia review, and we'll play a lot of songs that John liked, and we'll play clips of John himself. I have tons of audio of John talking up these songs and telling stories and all that, so we'll remind you between now and then if you can come out to the park to join us. Hopefully the weather cooperates. So thanks for listening to my story. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And it's from the heart, as you can tell, no script. It's here, it's here. I got my angel bass for John. Pick that up for him. So we are getting close. Hey, Kathy.